In terms of breaking something Ohio State feels very sacred in two, some will break their championship trophy. Others will just break their defense, their will, and their hearts. And the latter, we bring in our next guest here on the Rich Eisen Show. One of my favorites, Donovan Edwards from the University of Michigan, getting set to join the National Football League. How about that from an introduction, Donovan? How about that one?
That's great. Appreciate it.
Yeah. How quiet did you make the horseshoe back in the day, Donovan?
Hey,
Just,
I'm gonna keep it real. It got very silent,
Yeah.
and it was also great to see how the stands were starting to get clear out after those two touchdowns that I had. So
Yeah.
ultimately too, it was a team game, and we all contributed well. So
Correct.
It was a great feeling.
Yeah. I spent a lot of time in the library at Michigan. It sounded like that. You know what I mean? It sounded sounded like that. And then, this year in particular, though, we'll get to the draft in a second. But this year in particular, this was the one that nobody saw coming. And I'm just wondering what it was like leading up to that game and for you, Donovan, to wrap up your Michigan career regular season in such a manner.
No doubt. My big goal always was three things: beat Ohio State, win a Big Ten championship and national championship. And I never wanted to lose to Ohio State. So especially being able to beat Ohio State this last season, and especially in the manner that we did, it was definitely a great feeling.
Yeah, I'm right there. And then the special teams guys with the
Gotta love it.
OHIO in the middle of all.
Gotta love it.
What happened in the middle of the field after that game, Donovan?
You know what, man? I can't really tell you. Clearly, there was a brawl, but me, Travion Henderson, G. Scott, and a bunch of other Ohio State guys, we were praying after the game, and that was something that was planned from G and Trey that they wanted to do that, just to show our us being united, especially as brothers. We knew that our brotherhood for one another is bigger than the game of football. And also Michigan versus Ohio State is a respected rivalry. Everybody could talk trash and talk junk, but at the end of the day, we all respect each other at the end of the day. So, clearly the brawl was a big thing, but honestly, for me, the highlight for me after that game was being able to pray with those guys on the field after the game.
And did you guys talk about that before the game? This is what we're going to do afterwards? Or that was just...
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
We did.
Huh. Well, I mean, yeah, not everybody got that memo, Donovan.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? Not everyone got that.
My bad to interrupt you, but I think that
Please.
just speaks character to G and Trey. We were back and forth communicating throughout the whole entire preseason. Just checking on each other's mentals and wishing and praying for each other's success and each other's best. But just for that, especially even after a loss from Ohio State, just the personality that those guys have. I just think that it speaks true to them and their program as well. They have fine young men at Ohio State.
So you mentioned Travion Henderson, how you're close with him.
Yeah.
Have you spoken to him since the White House ceremony? Because if I'm not mistaken, he was the one who flea flickered it to the vice president of the United States.
I didn't even see it.
Yeah, here we go.
I've never seen it.
Oh, check it out. Here it is. I believe that's Travion trying to pass it to him.
Oh, is one way to put it.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Yeah. This is great. We're showing this footage to you for the first time. Hold on. They're trying to put it back together like the last 4 Novembers, and it doesn't work like the last 4 Novembers.
And you know what? They deserve that championship, man. They had a very solid team, great team. Absolutely. So they deserve it, and I'm happy for their success, man.
See, there you go on high road. I mean, I need an oxygen mask. You're going so high road right now on me. But
no.
So you haven't spoken to Travion since that moment?
I have.
Oh, you have? Okay.
I talked to him. We just checked in on each other. We shot each other texts probably like 5 days ago or something. You know what I'm saying? Just
so not since this moment is what you're saying, You're not since then.
What was it?
He was at the White House yesterday. They were being honored as all
yesterday?
champions. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No.
You may have missed that.
I definitely gotta text him about that and ask what happened, man.
Yeah, tell him to work on his flea flicker a little bit better next time. You know what I mean?
No.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.